in Haiti we call it Ogou Chango. We're talking about the thunderstorm. Is a protector. Is one that is fearless. When it's with you, you're gonna feel it because it's like it's one of the Ogun. That's what we call it, but Ogou Chango. Oh, and aside, also he had 3 wives. It's important I mention that. His wife was Oya, which was a thunderstorm also. There's a whole story on Oya. Another one was it's Oya. Is Oba. Thank you. You got Oba, and then there's a third one which was Oshun. Okay, Oshun, a dance of love, but as multiple partners. Oba was one that only believed in having one single husband, and that was that another story. Well, so there's another side of the story, and I think it's interesting to just talk about. They're saying that Chango was the brother of Ogun, and Ogun stole his girl. And when he stole his girl, he stole Oya from him. And Oya, whenever Chango was going to war, Oya also could hold on to the storm. So, and Oya, if people know a little bit about Oya, Oya is the god of predictability. It's the one that you don't call, you don't mess around. Oya don't play. When Oya comes around, it's a tornado. That's why she's very feared. A small story about Oya, because I have a closeness with Oya. She's one that someone was having a problem in the city. And then who they decided to call to help? They went to Oya. And when they asked for Oya for help, Oya said, okay, I'm gonna help you. Oya went around and destroyed the whole town. Flooded the whole town, destroyed the whole town completely. And the guy that asked for help went to Oya and said, hey, what happened? I asked you for help. She says, I am changed. But the change comes to you unpredictably. There's no telling how it's going to come up. When she comes, she'll come with destructiveness. That's why you don't mess with Oya. That's why you leave Oya alone. Oya stays in the front of the cemetery. Even though you see when someone is statue, they compare it to Grand Brigitte in our culture, but it's not Grand Brigitte. It's totally different entities. They just have some similarities, but they're 2 different entities. If you have Oya at your house, you want to make sure that you keep her table for Oya, and wherever else you want to put down, you keep them separated. Did that help a little bit with the story?
How do you, what is the parallel between that history, that
with what we're doing now?
No, with the Haitian culture.
With the Haitian culture, okay. The parallel is that now, even though people practice voodoo, people tend to go into, in the research of their origin, we end up getting into different mixture. And once you start get into different mixture, we have a tendency to say, Oshun is Freda, Oya is Grand Brigitte, Ogun over there is Ogou in Haiti. No, they are all different entities. Why? They may have the same name, they may have the same origin. However, when they cross over the transatlantic slave with our ancestors, when they arrive in Brazil, the Ogun they have in their head became another Ogun in Haiti due to a struggle. When he went to Brazil, he became a different Ogun in Brazil due to the struggle, to the cultural event, to the environment where they changed. They became, from one tree, they became different cousins. And that's, in some place, they're very far away cousins. And even originally, they were just a family. When you talk about Ogun, you talk about family Ogun. It's like, if I'm FIFA, let's say my last name is Souvenir, I have brothers and cousins and a lot of people named Souvenir. Same thing with Ogun. There's a bunch of people named Ogun. They have certain things in common where they come from. The energy is in a certain frequency. However, once you cross the ocean, it's not the same Ogun. Therefore, if you're gonna if you're gonna work with that Ogou, you need to be aware of what is that eats. It's color. Most of them, all of them, gonna have, for the Ogou, they have the red.
Red.
However, you got Ogou Balenjo. Ogou Balenjo is down in fire. Ogou Balenjo is in the sea. Even though it's from a Nago nation, however, it's a water. It relates to the water more than the fire. It's still from the Nago nation. So therefore, when you're dealing with an entity, I advise you to find as much as you can from that specific entity. If you're gonna deal with Ogou from Brazil, you need to find out exactly how the entity eats, its color, its preference, and Brazil. And if you're gonna bring it to your home, then you need to make sure you have something specifically for it from Brazil, and that, but do not mix it with your own. I know this looks like this. You're gonna create trouble for yourself.
So there is no direct comparison between the Ogou Chango and Oniloa in Haiti. So
no. There's the origin is the same.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The origin.
Yeah.
However, once you cross over, now you deal with a different entity, different vibration.
Okay.
Well, it could be violent over there. It cross over, it comes to Haiti, it's gonna be 3 times, 4 times, 5 times more violent. Why? Because of our culture, what we went through. We went to slave trade, we went to revolution. So therefore, they had to be to the highest of their violence. So that's why when you compare it to going in Ogou, you're gonna find them in Africa. It's still violent. However, the violence is more subdued compared to Haiti. That's why when you see same entities, same names, but whenever you need to find out where they're from exactly, what am I getting? Where is he from? Even when Africa, you may have find some that are from Nigeria, you may have found some that are from Togo. Even though they're in the same area, they still could vibrate in different vibration. What I mean, when I'm talking about vibrate in different vibration, is that the way they are served, the way they are worked with is different from town to town. That's why you need to be very aware when you're dealing with spirit, what is it that you're dealing with? So you don't open a certain door that is very hard for you to open.